All right, let's talk about virtual reality. Yeah, I'm talking to you. The person who still remembers what a dial-up modem sounds like and owned at least one pair of cargo shorts, just for the convenience. VR for people over 40. Why it's one of the most immersive and engaging things you can do? That's what today's all about. Now don't click away from this video if you already love virtual reality and you're over 40 or maybe you're even under 40, because this is a great video to send to that friend of yours that you've been trying to convince to try virtual reality for a long time and haven't been able to convince them. Maybe this one will help. In fact, if you're over 40, you'll see why virtual reality may even be better than real reality. Heck, let's run that logo we all love. Okay, so you're probably looking at me and thinking, how can he know what he's talking about? He's got to be only, 25, maybe 30 years old? No? You're not thinking that? Damn it, my fancy skin regimen is just a scam. I knew it. Yeah, spoiler alert, I'm over 40 by a good amount. And I'm coming to you today because of how much I love VR. I'm not kidding, I use it every single day of my life. And I have been for the last 7 years. Now, I know what you're thinking. Virtual reality, isn't that just for teenagers playing laser tag with imaginary friends? No, it's for you too. And today I'm going to walk you through what VR is, why it's not as scary as it may sound, and why you might actually love it. So what even is virtual reality? Okay, so imagine you put on a headset, kind of like this one, and suddenly, boom, you're in another world. You can look around, move, interact with stuff. It's like stepping into a video game, a movie, or even a travel experience without the risk of losing your luggage. And before you say, I don't play video games, let me hit you with a fun fact. Fun fact! More than 23% of VR users are over the age of 45. So yeah, you're not alone. There are plenty of folks just like you and me putting on these headsets, exploring virtual worlds, and let's be honest, accidentally punching their lamps while trying to swat a virtual mosquito. I've never done that. No, sure, I never did that. And you may even find yourself loving playing games in VR in a way playing on your smartphone or on a computer just never really pulled you in. Okay, so you might say, but isn't VR just a fad? Look, I get it. You've lived through the rise and fall of fads before. Beanie Babies, parachute pants. That time we all thought low-fat cookies were healthy. Damn it. But VR, it's not a fad. In fact, the VR market is expected to hit $100 billion by 2026. Big companies are investing heavily in virtual reality. Meta, Apple, even Google, because they see it as the future of entertainment, work, and even socializing. Yeah, socializing. Which means that someday, instead of driving 40 minutes to see your relatives, you could just virtually visit them while still wearing pajama pants. You can't tell, but I'm wearing pajama pants right now. Okay, stop trying to look. You can't do it. You can't. All right, next you might think, okay, but will it make me sick? That's a great question. Maybe you heard from someone who tried VR once and they told you that they got a little sick. Well, while motion sickness in VR is a thing, it's getting better. Modern VR headsets have higher refresh rates, which means that there's a lot less of that I just stepped off a roller coaster feeling. In fact, studies show that over 70% of people who experience motion sickness in VR can adapt within a few sessions. Translation: if you feel queasy for the first time, don't panic. Your brain just needs a little practice, kind of like when you first tried sushi and thought, wait, what? Raw fish? But now you love it. I mean, who doesn't love sushi? You don't love sushi? What? That sounds fishy to me. See what I did there? Yeah, the jokes don't get any better than that. All right, next you might think, but isn't it expensive? Well, it can be. The fancy ones, like the Apple Vision Pro, cost as much as a used car. But you don't need a second mortgage to get started. Affordable options like the Meta Quest 3S cost around $300, and they don't require a computer or a bunch of wires. That's way cheaper than a new smartphone, and it lasts way longer than that gym membership that you signed up for in January and never used. I mean, admit it, right? You never used it. I never used mine. I mean, why did I even sign up in the first place? Okay, next you might ask, what can I do in VR? Did you ask it? I'm going to assume you did. Okay, I'm glad you asked that because this is where it gets fun. First off, you can travel the world without ever leaving your couch. Ever wanted to see the Eiffel Tower but Didn't feel like the long and expensive flights and hotel and money for pastries would be worth it? Boom! VR can take you there in seconds. And it's so much more than watching a video. It's fully immersive, making you feel like you're really there. Secondly, you can work out without hating it. Games like Beat Saber and Supernatural make exercise actually fun. Imagine doing cardio without realizing you're doing cardio. I have 4 regular experiences in VR that I use for fitness, and every one of them is fun and feels like a game. How do you think I keep my girlish figure? Okay, I'm not all that fit, but definitely I'm in better shape than I would be without VR, I can promise you that. Next, you can hang out with friends. Virtual meetups are a real thing. You can play poker, watch movies, or even just chat without ever having anyone judge you about how messy your house is or about wearing those parachute pants. Next, you can meditate and relax. There are VR apps that let you sit on a virtual beach, listen to calming sounds, and not worry about having to put on sunscreen. And of course, you can play games if you like. There are games in VR for everyone, no matter what your interest. You like puzzles? Well, you can do 3D puzzles in VR. You like arcade shooter games? Oh, VR has those in spades. And there are escape rooms, story-based games, flight simulators. You name it, there's something in VR that will knock your socks off. My socks got knocked off 7 years ago, and I haven't found them since. I'm barefoot and happy thanks to VR. All right, my final thoughts. Should you try it? Look, I'm not saying VR is for everyone, but I am saying that if you ever wanted to travel more, try new things, or just escape reality for a bit, then maybe, just maybe, it's worth a shot. Worst case, you put on a headset, flail your arms around a bit, and give your family a great laugh. Best case, you discover a new way to have fun, explore, and maybe even stay active, all without leaving your living room. So come on, give it a shot. Just maybe stand away from the coffee table first. See? Told you to watch out for that coffee table. All right, I am Jolly Julian. Obviously, I'm jolly because I love virtual reality, and I hope that you will try it out and love it as much as I do. Or even just 10% of how much I do, because I'm obviously pretty stoked on VR. If you liked this video at all, please give it a like. That makes a big difference of more people seeing this, especially people over 40 that might want to try out VR that never would have thought of trying it without seeing this video. Also, if you liked this video, please subscribe. I plan on bringing you more videos like this that will continue to spread the love for virtual reality. But I only want you to click on that if you enjoyed this video and feel like you got something out of it. So again, I'm Jolly Julian, and I'm going to go put on my parachute pants and get into some VR. Parachute pants. Who ever thought those were a good idea?